Hare Krishna, Namaste. Chapter 12, which is entitled as Bhakti Yoga. Sloka 20. Etu dharmāmṛtam idaṁ yathoktaṁ paryupāsate śraddadhānā mat-paramā bhaktās tīva priyāḥ. After explaining a total of 28 qualities in 7 verses from 13 through 19, Krishna concludes this chapter saying who's very dear to him. In all the 7 verses that we have seen so far, Krishna said, Me priyāḥ, sacha me priyāḥ, he is dear to me. Whereas in this last sloka, 20th sloka, atīva me priyāḥ, very, very dear to me. So what makes that person to be very, very dear to Krishna is explained over here. Let's see the word by word. Etu, other than those spoken of earlier, śraddadhānā, endowed with faith, mat-paramā, taking me, the Supreme Lord, as everything, which means considering me as the only goal, dharmya, not deviating from righteous act, conduct, amritam, nectar, yathoktaṁ, as set forth above, idaṁ, this Bhakti Yoga, paryupāsate, completely engage, te bhaktās, these devotees may, to me, atīva priyāḥ, are very dear. Translation: those who follow this imperishable path of devotional service and who completely engage themselves with faith, making me the supreme goal, are very, very dear to me. This sloka reiterates what has been said at the starting of this chapter. In the starting of the chapter, in the second sloka, Maya aveshya mano ye mam nityayukta upasate śraddhaya paryupāsate te me yathoktaṁ mataha. This is the second sloka of this chapter, where the devotees who worship Krishna only for attaining him is far superior to those who worship the Lord for attaining atma sakshatkara, that is the direct perception of the self, or the impersonal aspect of the Lord. And that is exactly what has been re-emphasized again in the 20th concluding sloka. The words have been changed. Over there in the second sloka, it is said nityayukta. Over here, mat-paramā. That means always hankering to be united with Krishna. Śraddhaya paryupāsate. That is in the second sloka. Over here, śraddadhānā, complete faith. And yathoktaṁ mataha. Over here, atīva me priyāḥ. As we can see, the terms have been changed, but the message is same. The term dharmāmṛtam needs some special attention for us to understand how these devotees are very, very dear to Krishna. Dharmyam means that which does not get separated from dharma. As it is said, dharmātu anapetu dharmyam. The act of righteousness cannot be separated from the righteousness itself, which means sadhana, the practices, the devotional service. That means prāpakam. Amritam, amrita means prāpyam. What is that one ultimately receives? That is prāpyam, the ultimate result. dharmāmṛtam. It means that the means to attain the object which is enjoyable, is also enjoyable. Let's not get confused. Let's understand this with some example. Jyothishtoma yagya is performed to attain the celestial world, the heavenly planet. But the result of attaining is enjoyable, whereas the process itself very difficult, not so enjoyable, because there is a lot of hardship involved to perform the yajna. But the result, attaining heavenly planet, is material enjoyment that one gets and enjoys over there. So the result that one is going to get after performing the Jyothishtoma yajna is what motivates a person to perform such homas, which is full of hardship. But in the process of bhakti yoga, it is not the same. The goal in mind is not to attain temporary heavenly pleasure, but to reach permanent abode, which is the spiritual world, moksha. Moksha is the goal for the bhakti yogi. But unlike the other deeds that are performed, which are difficult and not that enjoyable, over here in bhakti yoga, the process to attain moksha is not difficult, it's enjoyable. That means both the acts, the deeds, or the means and the result, both are enjoyable. Whereas in the other process, the means are difficult to perform, the result are enjoyable. The another difference is, over there, the result is temporary. Over here, the result is permanent. While performing bhakti through the process of bhakti yoga, the bhakti yogi enjoys while he performs his devotional service because of the divine auspicious qualities of Krishna. That itself amrita, ambrosia, nectarian. This aspect was discussed in the 9th chapter, 2nd sloka earlier, through the phrase susukam kartum. And that exactly what is being said here by this term dharmāmṛtam. Let's be clear one more time. The person whose goal is to attain Atma, and there's another person whose goal is to attain Paramatma. The person who wants to attain Atma practices Karma Yoga. The person who wants to attain Paramatma practices Bhakti Yoga. The person who wants to attain Atma through practice of Karma Yoga is a gradual process. After that, he practices Bhakti Yoga to attain Paramatma. But irrespective of whether one practices Karma Yoga or Bhakti Yoga, Bhakti must be there. The difference is, Karma Yogi performs Bhakti to attain Atma Prapti, whereas Bhakti Yogi who performs Bhakti wants to attain Bhagavat Prapti. So what it means is that the Karma Yogi worships the Lord as the means to attain Atma Sakshatkara, whereas the Bhakti Yogi worships the Lord to attain Bhagavat Sakshatkara, to attain the lotus feet of the Lord. If the Karma Yogi, after attaining the Atma Sakshatkara, the direct perception of the self, if he continues bhakti, then is bhakti to attain Bhagavat Prapti, to attain the Supreme Personality of Godhead, which is nothing but he enters into Bhakti Yoga. So the important point here is, how are these devotees very, very dear to Krishna? Because for them, their means and goals are one and the same, that is Krishna, compared to the others whose means and goals are different. Therefore, those who practice with great faith the nectarian Bhakti Yoga as set forth earlier, with the goal of attaining Krishna, such devotees are exceedingly dear to Krishna. And that is what has been said as a concluding message, Sloka, in this chapter. Etu dharmāmṛtam idaṁ yathoktaṁ paryupāsate śraddadhānā mat-paramā bhaktās tīva me priyāḥ. Om Tat Sat iti Srimad Bhagavad Gītāsu Upanishadsu Brahma Vidyāyām Yoga Shastre Shri Krishna Arjuna Samvade Bhakti Yogo Nama Dvadasodhyayah. Namaste. Hare Krishna.